Hello guys, welcome to today's episode of today's class, and what we're going to be talking about is the top 5 cyber threats you or anybody should know. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow the playlist for other interesting information. So here are the top 5 cyber threats you should know in 2025 based on current trends and experts' insights. So this image just carries few information about the types. So we have phishing and social engineering, insider threats, ransomware attacks, cloud security challenges, internet of things vulnerability, that's IoT. So we're starting with phishing and social engineering. Attackers use deceptive mails, text, or calls to trick users into revealing sensitive information or clicking malicious links. Phishing and social engineering is like the most popular technique used by attackers in cybersecurity. For example, whereby you see links, malicious link, could be any kind of link that will lead you to a logon page. Yes, that is a phishing link. Or it could be an image, it could be a text that will lead you to a logon page that will have you, or you have to input your logon username or password to your device or to your mobile banking app or to whatever it is you're trying to get access to. It could be your social media account or anything. And those are examples of phishing links and all that. Now, why it matters, because it's still the most common entry point for breaches. As I said, it's very, very used. Those are the most used techniques these days. Social engineering comes where an attacker is trying to gain information from you. It could be by chatting or texting, and they ask security questions. What's your pet's name? Is it a dog? Is it a cat? Or what name you give it to it? Your location, your date of birth, where you stay. So those are techniques of social engineering, just to have an idea of your passwords and all. Now we have examples an AI generated phishing emails that mimic real people or brands. With the use of AI right now, there are lots of things that can be done out there. And this is a graphical image and shows an example of how it's done. So next is ransomware. It's a malware that encrypts your files and demands payments to unlock them. What it means is you could log on to, let's say, your login page or your admin page if it's for a website, for an organization, a login page, or your laptop, and you just discover a funny page that is locked. It could be anonymous logged your page, or so it could be a group that might want to take responsibility for that. I can say your stuff has been logged, so you are going to pay a certain amount to be granted access back to your own files or to your server or to your database. So that's what ransomware is. Yes, and why it matters, because ransomware attacks are now more targeted and used for double extortion, that's stealing and encryption of data. This is an example. The Colonial Pipeline attack in 2021 disrupted fuel supply across the United States. So we're going to be talking about AI powered attacks. Cyber criminals are now using artificial intelligence to automate and personalize attacks. You know, there's literally nothing AI cannot do. It's just how you configure it or how you use it. Yes, it's the direct prompts, the proper information, the proper questions that you send to the AI. It could list any kind of thing. There are so many AIs out there that are used for malicious intentions. So that is how cyber criminals now are being advanced in their attacks and techniques. And why it matters, because AI can generate deep fake videos. Yes, they could use your face, it could use anybody. It could be a celebrity, it could be a bank manager, it could be anybody, just to use to deceive someone and make it look legit. So an example here is a deep fake audio used to impersonate CEOs and authorize fraudulent transactions. Supply chain attacks is whereby attacks target third-party vendors or software providers to infiltrate larger organizations. That's, let's say, for instance, a SIM carrier network. For example, we have AT&T, we have the Amazon, we have the another sides, we have the MTN, and we have the Airtel and all those. So imagine if when a hacker has access to one of those faces, so that person automatically can now have access to or which users are under that network, maybe in a particular company or so, or it could be through the CCTV cameras that can be hacked, or through the Wi-Fi link, that the company is using. So once they just get access to that particular vulnerability, that gives them access to everything. And why it matters, because a single weak link can compromise an entire network. An example was a solar winds breach which affected thousands of organizations, including the US government agencies. So this is like a graphical explanation from the software provider to the injected payload, and that's from the hacker, and he has access to so many things, the trusted channel, to the firewalls and other systems of the whole organizations, just from one terminal alone. So cloud security threats: as more data moves through to the cloud, misconfigurations and insecure APIs becomes prime targets. Why it matters? Because cloud breaches can expose massive amounts of sensitive data. So an example is misconfigured Amazon S3 buckets, which led to leaks of millions of records. I remember mentioning Amazon earlier as an example. Now, how to stay protected is you use multi-factor authentications, MFA or 2FA passwords, which almost every platform now gives access to that, and for security. And you keep software and systems updated. Always update your antiviruses, you update your software to get access to the latest patches. And you train your employees on cyber hygiene. So many people employ people who are not even technologically inclined. They are not trained on all of these things. So you cannot have workshops to train your employees on things like this and how to stay secure. You monitor third-party vendors. You could have your own inbuilt keylogger systems that helps you monitor all your system interface, so you can go through what's going on and you can be able to detect when there's an external login or an external threat. Then you invest in AI-driven security tools. Those ones now, because of the era we find ourselves in, those ones now tend to have more value. So this is it. From 1 to 8, we have data breaches, data loss, account hijacking, insecure APIs, DDoS attacks, AI weaknesses, insider threats, and all of them are layers to iCloud security risks. Thank you for this.